Especially the way that one ended, mixed, maybe conflicting emotions. What's the main one for you?
There was a lot of disappointment in the last sort of 10 minutes when, obviously they scored the goal, and thinking to yourself that they've got 3 points now, and then when you get the point, and if you look at the standings, or you look when you get to the end of the season and you look who makes it and who doesn't, then you're maybe looking at this point and going, that might have been because of us. Obviously we've got to do better in terms of the final pass. But I think the sending off probably made it a little bit more difficult for us because they just put everybody behind the ball and we couldn't get in behind and we couldn't combine. There was just no space.
I think from an outside perspective, people see that you played 85 minutes a man up and it takes a 97th minute goal. Can you kind of pull the curtain back a little bit and talk about what changes when they're playing a man down for 85 minutes?
Well, it's difficult because I've had 35 years in the game, and when somebody gets sent off after 5 minutes, usually the other team wins. What we told the players is be patient, don't force things, and then make sure that when we lose the ball, counter press really quickly in their half, like we did in the first half, and they just keep kicking it and giving it back. We tied a little bit in the second half for obvious reasons with the midweek game. But again, when they sat everybody deep, we couldn't get in any quality goal scoring opportunities to be able to outnumber them in their box because they had everybody in their box. So for us, it was just try and be as patient as possibly can. And sometimes when you get a man sent off, the team wants to win 4-0 in the first 15 minutes of it happening. And I was saying to them, you can win this 4-0 in the last 15 minutes if you get your goal. Fortunate thing is we didn't get the goal and we kept them in the game, and it's a good finish from them.
You do get I think a week. Is there no more Wednesday games? Is that?
No, yeah, that's us.
So you've got a week to rest between every game now. Is that kind of a little bit of a nice thing to look forward to, that you've got regular weeks here and out?
It's regular weeks, but I would say that we need to train more. And not in terms of fatiguing the players, but in terms of conditioning them to be able to go for longer. Now that we don't have to prepare for games, sometimes you can lose fitness when you're preparing for games all the time. So we can start conditioning towards the running and just keeping the players together and making sure that we have that. I think it's 9 games to go now. So obviously everything will land where it lands at the last game of the season, but we might be looking back at this point and saying that's the one that got you in or didn't get them in.
Hayden White got into town this week, made his debut tonight. What did you make of it?
I think it was excellent. I was only planning to I was only planning to play him for an hour, and when they got him 45 minutes, an hour. When they got a man sent off, I thought he could get through it, but he just said to me, I'm absolutely gassed. And I think for his first game in his debut, I thought it was excellent. He looks different to everybody else, and I think once he gets his feet under the table and he understands everybody else, what their strengths and weaknesses are in his own team about players, I think he'll be absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about him.
Malik won the free kick. Romario scored it. We just talked about Hayden White, so your new signings kind of making an impact tonight. How do you feel that they're kind of mixing in with the group?
Good, yeah. I think the group's good, and that's credit to everybody else in the group. The group's good. I'm really pleased for Romario to score a goal. Not just such an important goal. It's like I said, we'll look back at the end of the season and see where a point takes you. And it happens. I would never want people to think that this is 2 points dropped, because we were seconds away from not having one, and the opposition having 3. So for me, it's such an important goal for Romario. I'm really pleased for him because he's had his chances. He's been frustrated with himself. But even before the goal, they had a little bit of clever play on the edge of the box where he did a little give and go and he shot over the bar, and you're thinking, he's going to get a chance sometime. And then it showed quality when he put the free kick in the top corner.
Coming into the week of 3 games, you said if you had 3 losses, you'd see how that goes. But given that you got the point tonight, how do you rate the week?
I think, I was really pleased with how we finished the game in KC, and I'm really pleased how we finished the game here. And like I said, managing them 3 games, you could see from the players, Musa wasn't expected to play as long as he did on Tuesday, because he's coming back from injury. Quinny's coming back from injury, and he's now got 2 90 minutes in him. There's a lot of players on there with a lot of time on the legs, and Tuesday's game was so emotional that it takes it out of you physically and psychologically. So yeah, when they had a man sent off, I thought, oh good, we're going to get 3 points, but we couldn't get it over the line. But really pleased that we got the point.